All right, for decades, right, there's been one name that's just dominated photo editing. But what if I told you a new challenger is here and it's ready to shake things up? That's right, we're asking the big question. Is Photoshop's reign finally coming to an end? I mean, think about it. When it comes to photo editing, Photoshop really is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It's so big, its name literally became a verb. You don't say, hey, can you edit that picture? You say, hey, can you Photoshop that? It's just part of our language now.
But you gotta wonder, right? Just because something is the biggest and the most well-known, does that automatically make it the best tool for you? For everyone?
So to really get why there's even a space for a challenger to exist, we need to talk about something I like to call the Photoshop problem.
And here's the core of it really. It's this classic trade-off. On one side, you've got Photoshop's absolutely insane power. I mean, its feature list is just unmatched. But, and it's a big but, all that power comes with a pretty hefty price tag. And I'm not just talking about the monthly subscription.
So what if there was an alternative, something designed from the ground up to fix this very problem? Well, say hello to Affinity, the new kid on the block from the folks over at Canva.
So, what exactly is Affinity? Well, it's a whole creative suite from Canva. You know, the company that's famous for making designs super easy for everybody. And their big pitch? A powerful, really intuitive alternative to Photoshop that is, get this, completely free. Yep, no monthly fees, no subscriptions, nothing.
And that right there really gets to the heart of what Affinity is all about. See, where Photoshop is always trying to have the longest list of features, Affinity is playing a different game. Its single biggest advantage is that it's just incredibly intuitive. So let's break down how they actually managed to do that. Okay, so how does it feel so intuitive? Well, it all starts with a much smarter interface. It's literally organized by design. The very first thing you'll see is a total game changer right at the top. Instead of one giant, overwhelming toolbar like you might be used to, Affinity breaks it down into 4 modes. You've got Vector for graphics, Pixel for photos, Layout for page design, and even Canva AI. It's a totally different way of thinking about your workspace. And the genius of this is you feel it right away. It just cuts down on all the clutter. If you're working on vector graphics, guess what? You only see vector tools. Click over to the Pixel tab, and boom, your whole toolbar changes to photo editing stuff. You only see what you need when you need it. So simple, but so smart.
Okay, a clean layout is great, but what about the tools themselves, right? I mean, are they any good? And this is where Affinity really shines, because it proves that intuitive doesn't mean basic or weak. These tools are simple to use, but they are seriously powerful.
Let's just take the drawing tools, for instance. One of my favorite things is the stabilizer. It's right there at the top, and it smooths out your shaky mouse hand so you can actually draw clean, smooth lines without a fancy drawing tablet. That's usually impossible. And that's just one thing. The whole vector toolset is way more powerful than you'd expect. All right, check this out. Here's a situation that drives people crazy in other software. What happens when you try to do something you're not supposed to do? Like, say, grabbing a regular paintbrush and just trying to paint right on top of a sharp vector shape.
In most programs, you'd get an error message, right? But Affinity's answer is pure genius. It has this little thing called the assistant. It sees what you're trying to do, and instead of telling you no, it just automatically makes a new layer for you to paint on. No thinking required, it just works. It's these little things that show you the software is on your side, not fighting you every step of the way. Okay, so the features are smart, the layout is clean. This all sounds great, but let's be real. This leads to the million-dollar question for anyone who's already deep into another program. Is it actually worth the pain of switching? Because let's face it, switching creative software is a huge pain. You've got your muscle memory, your keyboard shortcuts, your whole workflow. But this is another area where Affinity's design really helps. It makes that transition so much easier. The interface is different, yeah, but it's not totally alien. And here's a great little touch. Just hover your mouse over any tool, and a little description pops up telling you what it is. It's designed to welcome both seasoned pros and people who are just starting out. So let's wrap this up. What's the final take on Affinity? Well, it's incredibly intuitive. It's designed from the ground up to help you get work done faster, not slower. It works great whether you're a pro or a total beginner. Oh, and did I mention the best part? It's 100% completely free. Look, Photoshop is still that 800-pound gorilla. That's not going to change overnight. But now there's a seriously powerful, super intuitive, and actually free alternative out there. And that just leaves one final question for you to think about.
Is it time to make the switch?